Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly focus, April the 29th through to May the 5th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate your support. Let's turn right to the cards and see what lays in wait for you this week. Okay, underlying energy first is the Seven of Pentacles. Where's your focus? Where do you need your focus to be? Is usually what I say when I see this card, although I'm almost getting it like your job is complete. You've done all this work and it's time to just take a breath and to stand back and look at your accomplishments of what you have created so far, of your talents, your abilities, your unique self, your potential that you have. Our first card is the King of Pentacles. He's been a frequent flyer, but you have it in the first position, which tells me that something to do with growing your money, investing your money, a small windfall perhaps, comes into existence this week for you. It is the first card out. So to be the King of Pentacles in your first card tells me that there is going to be, so long as you're practical about it, so long as you have thought it through, so long as you have given it some thought, researched it a bit, looked at the risk factors, that even though there is risk involved, there always is risk involved, even when they say, oh, there's no risk, 100% guaranteed, there's a risk. But weighing it out, and you see where you can step forward, and it could be in investments. It could be that you are, looking at putting some money into your home in order to increase its wealth or to make it more livable or comfortable, inviting. There could be windfalls, absolutely. And there's this drive for you to create some kind of income. So you could even be investing in something like rental properties, things like that this week. Things that will grow your money for you. We have the High Priestess. Well, when the High Priestess is around, there is always magic around us. So how beautiful is that? So it could be a small windfall. Absolutely. With this card following it. More importantly, though, when this card shows up, I would like to remind you to sit in quiet contemplation and realize the magic that is within you, your talents, your abilities, your unique self, and how to utilize that magic of who you are and what you do in a way that brings in abundance, prosperity, joy, happiness, and love. Absolutely. And then we have the Justice card. Talk about strong energy for you, Cap. Everybody has gotten the message to cut away what no longer belongs in their life, to release, to let go, to heal from, to complete, to put endings on things. But this is really cutting out what no longer has value, does not support you, does not move you in the direction that you want. It could be habits and behaviors. It could be a mindset. It could be people, environments, things. And I'm getting a lot of emotion with this. It's almost like it's like when you're dealing with this thing, you've got to deliver this really bad news, or you got to make this decision, and you really don't think it's going to go well for you, and you've really been putting it off, and just the stress and the anxiety and the fear that has worked up inside of you has just made you a ball of mess. And then you finally say, okay, I'm going to do it, and you do it, and immediately after you do it, there's this burden that is lifted from you. You feel this freedom, this sense of liberation, this sense of contentment. And the hard part was actually taking the step, doing the action that was necessary in order to move forward. And so I think very much so that is a message to you, that what you are procrastinating on, what you really don't want to face or do, is probably the thing that you need to do. And once you do it, you realize what a wonderful and beautiful decision that was for your path forward. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's something you're not wanting to look at. I mean, we're wearing a blindfold. We're trying to make decisions here, and we're wearing a blindfold. We really don't want to look at it. We don't want to make the decision. We want to procrastinate about it, put it on the back burner. Maybe it'll go away. Maybe it'll solve itself, but we just don't want to be the owner of it. But we need to be. We need to have that courage to look within and come to the decision. And that answer really lies within you already. I think that's why you're avoiding it, is because you kind of know the answer and you don't want to face the answer, so you sit in denial. But that's really just false truth, because you have to make the decision here. And it's not an easy decision to be made, but once you do it, I think you get the sense of relief, like it should have been done so long ago. Why, you'll be sitting there kicking yourself saying, why did I wait? I didn't know it would feel this good. I thought I would just be opening up a can of worms here, and instead, it's a bed full of soft pillows that I'm laying on. And just the opposite of what I thought. We have the Strength card. So I think that you're aligned, you're in balance. It's always great to do a chakra meditation or something like that, or a Reiki session, and do some yoga, or maybe just some, intense exercise or task to do to, just sweat it all out. But I really think that you are very aligned within yourself. So you're very strong and you're very confident this week in who you are and what you are doing. And then we, of course, pull out the Strength card here, which tells me that you really need to go within and grab that courage, that strength, in order to take a risk on yourself. In order to step into the possibilities of your tomorrow the way that you would like to see it portrayed. For work and career, we have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. There, in some ways you're saying, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to go for it. Maybe it's just a promotion in work or a raise in pay. But this could be a whole new career launch. This could be a home-based business that is going to take off. You're making this kind of declaration to yourself, to others, of who you're going to be when it comes to work and career and what defines you. Maybe it's the work you do in the community going forward. And there's this energy about you. You want to jump right on that stallion of yours. You want to raise your sword and yell, charge. I mean, you see this expanded horizon for yourself. And it just keeps widening and widening, and the choices are limitless, and you're getting quite excited and enthused about all the different factors that can go into this new path now that you're starting to really think about it. It used to just be a very narrow focus, but now it's kind of opening up into what it could possibly become if you let it, and it can go in so many ways. And I think, there's a lot about this inner self-expression coming out right now, or this want for transformation. Maybe you are maybe you're just getting curious about some stuff. You're trying some new things out. You're looking at some new observations or new ways of approaching things that you never thought of before. So there is some kind of action that's happening here, whether or not it's just conversations or actually doing some kind of physical something towards it, something tangible. And, nobody else has really gotten the tangible work this week because we are in full moon energy, so usually I wouldn't be promoting that, but it is in your cards in some way that you get excited and enthused and you start taking those steps forward. Love, relationships, Six of Swords, King of Wands. Get enthused about going into uncharted territories. If you are with somebody, maybe this is the new spark that just energizes the relationship. If you are looking for somebody, this could be somebody that has a great deal of energy. They could be a fire sign. So a Leo, an Aries. It could be anybody when it comes to love. A Sag. This is you going forward in uncharted territory, that you have been in relationships. You know a little bit more than you did yesterday. Definitely when you started out in the whole dating field, in relationship field. This is about going into uncharted territories. This is trying new things. Maybe, if you are dating, you find somebody from a different culture or a different decade, so to speak. There's a big age difference between the two of you. Different cultures, different languages, different traditions and understandings could all be part of it. But if you are in a relationship, this is a way to, infuse your relationship with something new and different. Maybe it's trying out different foods, okay? Maybe you've always just been that steak and potato kind of family, the roast beef and turkey, and that's about it. And now you're going to try Indian food and Pakistani food and South African foods, and really get into the different cultures and how they prepare the food and what they do, and what is breakfast in Europe compared to Canada and compared to the States, compared to Hawaii, or maybe it's the artwork that comes out of it, and looking at all the different pieces of artwork and going on a travel there. Or maybe you're actually going traveling and you're planning a trip around the world or something, and you're going to visit these things. It just sparks in all kinds of new conversation and uncharted territory. And this is exactly what you want to infuse into your relationships right now, to grow them deeper, to grow them stronger, to really strengthen that bond. We have the Four of Wands, so we could have marriage, we could have proposals, we could have new partnerships in our life, new best friends. And this is celebrating that person in our life and what we are building together with that person. Even the smallest and most mundane things is a step forward in the right direction and should be celebrated. Never miss an opportunity to celebrate, especially throughout this week. When it comes to your close friendships, your circle, your inner circle, your lover, your spouse, your children, the people you hold deepest and closest to your heart. This could also be some kind of business proposal coming in, okay, because it's going down the middle of the two. So it could be that you are forming partnerships, new business opportunities, new things happening in the community where you're joining forces. This could be the home and family expanding in some way, new babies, new people coming into the fold. We have the Chariot. So the Chariot is saying, hold off here. Don't go too quick. Okay, we don't want to go fast forward, even though we're feeling like we want to go fast forward. We want the fog to lift. We want the sun to come out. We want the darkness to be expelled so that we can see down that path. So we can plan for the obstacles that lay in wait for us, so that we can see that it's not a dead end, so that we can see that light at the end of the tunnel. So we don't want to be too quick to say yes to something without really seeing what it really truly entails. Read the fine print. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a new journey forward in prosperity, abundance. It could be love as well. Something's opening up to you this week, something that is going to, so pay attention, because this is definitely something that will bring in prosperity, abundance into your life, or a great love. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.